Okay guys, how you going? I am pretty excited, to be honest with you. I've been waiting to do this video for quite some time now. What I want to do with you guys is a bit of a walkthrough, a full walkthrough of the new Norweld Canopy I've just had fit to the Ranger, because I noticed when I was online looking at doing all my research and my study, I spent a lot of time trying to look up videos and reviews and different bits and pieces online, and there is some good videos on there, but for myself, another really nice thorough walkthrough of the Canopy is just definitely going to help other people out. So let's get into it, mate. I'm pretty excited. All my fears and worries and things about whether it's going to come together or not have been put to rest, because it's an absolutely beautiful machine. I'll flip this around so you don't have to look at my mug anymore, and you can look at the beautiful rig and we'll go through it. So here she is, nice and clean, looking absolutely smick, very smart. Happy how the whole rig's coming up at this point in time. Sorry, just my camera went off for a second then. Happy how the whole rig's coming up at this point in time. And what I was worried about a little bit was the colour, the aluminium silver, which is the colour of the Ranger, with just the actual aluminium on the canopy as well. But I think with your black rims and accessories, roof rack and snorkel, bull bar, it's all kind of, it pops really nicely. So I'm happy with the colour. I'm happy with the way it presents. Let's get into some of the technical bits and pieces of it. So this is a full-time Norweld Canopy. I've got the standard roof rack on there. These here are the brackets for the awning, which I didn't get time to fit before I headed off. I will add that on to the end of the video, so that'll be a little clip with that awning on, pulled out and everything, before the video ends. But it's the Bush Company's 270-degree max awning, so that'll open up right around the back of the vehicle. No poles or ropes required. As I said, I don't have that on there just yet. We've got the, okay, let's get into this here. So this is the kitchen side of the canopy. Beautiful whaletail handles here. Nice tight seals. You can hear when the door closes. You can hear it push the air out. And you can feel when you undo those handles, the air releasing as well. So we've got the 130 litre upright Bushman's fridge in here. I've got the 200 amp hour lithium battery set. Now, the reason I wanted the 200 amp hour lithium battery set with the 2000 watt inverter was because I want to run an induction cooker in here, and you need a good 2000 watt inverter to run an induction cooktop. So no gas bottles, no open flame in here. All my fuses and everything in here. This is my AC charger, so when I'm it's got 240 volt capacity, I can plug that in and charge everything up off 240 volt. My DC charger in behind that, and the inverter. And they store the battery behind these drawer systems here, tucked away nicely. There's also a bit of extra storage behind this Bushman's fridge here, so you can put some other bits and pieces that you don't use all the time, but you want on board when you're going out bush. We've got the top shelf here as well. That's adjustable. I'll probably pull that over closer to the fridge a little bit to line it up with this. And a bit of extra storage room down here that I've got some plans for, but I'll show you when we get to that eventually. Everything comes with this good heavy duty rubber mat on here. That's you can feel how solid it is. And I've got plenty of storage room up the top there. Just my backpack in there at the moment. Then you got the heavy duty drawers that roll out. Nice deep storage. That's about 200 mil there. Nice deep storage. If in your this will be my camp kitchen. Have all bits and pieces, and the induction cooktop will go in there, and all my condiments that don't need to be in the fridge. And then this little beauty here that rolls all the way out as well. So you got, I mean, that's probably 600 mil, perfect height to lean on there. So it's like, you know, if you're a bloke like me, it's a good height for cooking on, having a beer on, having a chat on, and you got the beautiful, beautiful map of Australia on there as well. Look at that. And that comes standard with these Norweld Canopy when you get this drawer set installed in it. That's just awesome, mate. So happy with it. Under tray toolbox storage. So this one here is going to get the compressor fit in there. That's quite deep. It's about 200 mil as well, and probably 350 that way. So it's quite deep, quite thick. A nice bit of storage under there. Plenty of room. Like I said, I'm going to get the compressor mounted in there and hooked in to the 12 volt full time. So coming around the back here, you can see also I went with the whole canopy is done in 2-pack. to match the car. And standard, this part of the canopy, your tray section and your accessories all just come mill finished aluminium from Norweld. So they don't do powder coated black like some other companies do, and they say that's because they found in tough conditions the powder coated black stuff tends to get like grubby and chip up a fair bit. So this is what I was saying while I was worried about having aluminium silver as the colour and then mill finish aluminium on the car, but it actually, I think, pops really nicely, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful finish. So I've gone with the jerry can holder on the back here. Your ladder, which is a pop down ladder, just got this plastic sort of heavy duty plastic mounts here. It lifts up and then pulls out. Pops down. That gives you good access up onto the roof there. The roof rack comes, this is their standard roof rack with the full checker plate on top. You can get boat rollers, you can get roof racks with sides on them and things like that. That's going to do for what I want. As I said, the awning will be mounted there as well. I didn't go for the fixed solar panel on this because I've got a solar blanket, 220 watt solar blanket that'll just plug into my solar just on the side here. I didn't point that out. That'll plug into my solar there, and when I get somewhere I'll just throw the blanket up on the roof rack there, or run it out to wherever the sun is. I've got 10 meter lead for that, so I don't need a fully mounted one. Obviously when you're driving, you're charging off the alternator anyway. Quite often when you pull up camping, you're going to pull up under a tree. You're not going to be in direct sunlight, and you might want to store things on your roof rack. So for me, just to run the lead out, takes 5 seconds, go get a bit of sun, and you charge them while you're pulled up. So we'll just wrap that up again. Nice and rigid, all that. While we're at the back here, the trundle drawer, absolutely love this. I just can't believe, to be honest, that standard ute trays don't come with a trundle drawer like this. There's the perfect amount of room for them on your standard ute, and it's just such a wasted bit of space not having this. Look at all the gear you can fit in there. Again, that's about 200 mil deep. This is 1500 long, I think. 15 or 12, I can't remember off the top of my head. It might be 1200 mil long because of the water tank. But just heaps of room. Recovery gear will go in here, and jacks, and like just heaps of gear that's going to live in the car all the time. I do have the Pettis GVM upgrade on this as well, so give me a 40 mil lift and allows for a constant extra 300 mil of weight to be carried on the chassis at all time. So this drawer will be loaded up, and it'll actually help the car run nice and smoothly. With a bit of extra weight in it. Your wheel holder on the back here, I'm going to try and turn this bad boy around. The old matey, when he mounted it, said that because of the orientation of the wheel, he had to put it on back to front. I'm not quite sure about that. I'll see if I can turn that around. So you got the rim showing, but I'm going to have a gear bag on this anyway, so I guess it's not the end of the world. Obviously they remount factory sensors and you get your own, you get the beautiful reverse lights and everything on this as well. So, and the Norweld mud guards. Now this side of the canopy, this is the dog pod side. Standard dog pod door that you get through Norweld is going to have slots cut into this door, so it's always open. It gets airflow all the time, which is great for your dog. But for me, I felt like that when I'm going down, I live in Port Hedland, and we're going to be doing a lot of off-road driving in this. When you're heading down dusty tracks, I just imagine all that red dirt finding its way inside this canopy and just being a mess in there and being dusty for the dogs as well. I really wanted something I could open and shut as I went, suits the situation, and this is what worked best for me. So I was so nervous about getting this window measured up, ordered, cut in, and just how it was going to look. But to be honest, the black with the black accessories everywhere else, nice tidy quality window there. I can't remember the name of the company I used right now, but I'll drop that in the comments in case anybody else has the same idea. These guys were really good. It might have been Oz Caravan Windows. I'll drop it in the comments, as I said, but really good, easy to deal with. It's a good quality product, high quality plastic on the outside here, dark tint. You can't see inside the canopy, so people can't go nosing around having a look what's in there. You can't see through that window. And that opens only from the inside, so that opens up, beautiful. I didn't show you my light. So each side has a light on here as well, with a couple of different brightnesses on it, middle, mid, and high. I didn't go for the adjustable, the amber lights, just because I didn't have them available in this style. If I want to change them over down the line, I can. But this window, so it opens from inside here only. Yep, that slides over. So when that's down, the doggies can stick their head out of there and have a little bit of fresh air. This adjustable shelf divider here, I will slide down here a little bit further so the dogs can have the back section here with their bed in there, and then the front section here is going to be for storage stuff that we don't mind getting a little bit of dog hair on, just our bags, extra, you know, sleeping bags, things like that you can throw in on this side. And now this whole side of the tray as well has weeping holes down here. It's a little bit hard to see with the rubber mat in, if I can get that lifted. So there's weeper holes there, so I can wash this whole side of the canopy out, the high pressure washer, and get the dog smell and everything and all the dog hair out regularly. And it's completely sealed from the other side of the canopy where my kitchen is, so no contamination between dog and food. Now this bad boy here also got fit aftermarket. This is a vent. It goes both ways, so it opens out like that. You can have it so it's sucking up air from underneath, or pushes out so it's sucking up air from the top that way. And it's got a pretty good rubber seal in there. It's hard to see, but when that's closed nice and tight, because I washed the car yesterday, pressure washed it, that doesn't get water coming through that vent. And the idea of that is I have that open, I have this window open when the dog goes, airflow through the canopy, and then when I go on corrugated dirt roads, I can shut that window, shut that vent there, and I'm going to put a little air conditioner in here. I'll still have air coming in through these holes down here, and I put a little air conditioner in here that I can plug in, so the dogs can get some a bit of fresh air when we're on corrugated roads and everything's shut up. Another underside under tray toolbox on this side as well. Now this is the filling point for the 40-litre poly water tank that's stored just underneath at where your trundle drawer stops. You got a water tank there. A little bit hard to see. It's this girl here, and this is your gravity fed tap for her as well. So 40 litres plus a 20-litre jerry can on the back there of water, and I've got double jerry can holder for this ARB base rack that I'm running as well, that I can carry another, so I can carry 20, 40, 60, 100 litres of water if I want, or I can mix it up, some extra diesel, some water. But I can go out bush with the 140 litre long range diesel tank on this, and then 100 litres of water also just on the car on its own. So look mate, pretty happy with it all. And you will notice I've gone the base rack on this, not the Rhino rack. So this has got this nice dovetail system that they use. All their components fit into that dovetail system nicely. They run the rails across the vehicle, not long ways like the Rhino rack does, so it's a bit stronger. And the whole thing comes off with 4 bolts. There's a bolt there, and on the other side as well, and that whole rack lifts off if you want to give the roof rack a good thorough clean. Righto, here we are. Now I'm down at the spoil bank, so I've just come, obviously the last part of the video was in Bustleton on the beach. A bit of a different colour scenario here. We've got more red sand on the beach, and have a bit of a look around. We're up on the spoil bank here, not quite low tide. Normally this is all sandbank over here as well. We'll come back down here this evening and get some more photos. But here we are with the beast. I've got the awning mounted on here, so I want to show you guys the setup. Unfortunately, this is a quick little tip for anyone who gets the 270 Max, not the Max, the 270 XT Bush Company awning with one of these Norweld canopies. Specifically, if you get these brackets that Norweld supply, it's just not quite high enough. So when the doors open, this is all touching along the zipper here, and that's as high as it can go. And what I noticed the other day was when the zips were actually just sitting down the bottom here. Look at this. Can you see this? It's taking a little gouge out of me bloody paintwork there, so pretty devastated about that. Something to be wary of. If you do mount it, always make sure your zips are over the edge here, and when I open it up I'll show you what else I've had to do just because of the height restriction there. But super easy to set up. So let's go. peel that sucker open. They've got canvas bag, outer bag on these Bush Company awnings, not a PVC bag. So if you're closing this up and you've got moisture, like, you know, maybe it was dewy overnight or it's been raining, whatever, you close it up, you're not going to get mold growing in here because it's actually breathable. So that's a big bonus, something that they've thought about straight out the gate. Undo these straps here, get rid of that sucker, and all this here. I should be able to set this up with one hand. I haven't done that yet, but it'll be a good testament to how easy this thing is to set up. You grab this little guide rope here, which we use when we get around the other end, and look at this, mate. Now, I've had other brands at 270-degree awnings that you have to you know, use poles for and ropes, and it can take like an hour to set up. Not nice, not nice at all. So bear with me here, because I need two hands really for 1 second. I got this this little rope here that I hook around the bottom of the tray, pull that through there. That goes, this is going to be a bit tricky because I've only got one hand, I can't quite show what I'm doing. This is going into this little ratchet here. I should have had this held in my mouth, to be honest. So you can tighten that up a little bit more as needs. I know that video is probably a little bit dodgy there because I didn't have the right thing to hold me GoPro with. But look at that, super easy to set up. Now, what I was talking about with the height is I've got some lagging just from some plumbing lagging put onto this one bar here, one of the trusses, I suppose you'd call them, because when this door opens, as I said, it's a little bit high. When that opens up, hits on it, but with that lagging there, it's going to save the paintwork, and it's all good once it's open. Closes up nice enough. But yeah, mate, super happy with that. Beautiful shade, so easy to set up. Mate, you've got a massive big chunk of shade here from this. Easy to set up and just as easy to pack up as well. Basically, I won't do that because I'm going to need my second hand as well, which my third hand, should I say, which I don't have. But look at that, beautiful, absolute rig. Super happy with that. Watch the height on them if you're going to get this same setup, or if you're going to use these brackets. I wish I'd have known that before I opened it up and scratched the paint, but you know, you live and you learn. One last 360 of the spoil bank for yous. Port Hedland, spoil bank. Weather feels like it may just be about to turn. It's late March now, March the 19th, 20th today. And not hot right now, it's about 8 in the morning, but gonna be hot pretty soon. Hopefully another month and we can start getting into the nice weather up here. Come back down here this evening and get some nice snaps at sunset for yous. Anyway, there you go. That is the Canopy walkthrough, the Norweld Canopy walkthrough. I hope you guys got some good information out of that, because as I said, I noticed it was hard to get a really good thorough walkthrough of the canopies online. You know, just wanted to give you a really good look at everything we got in there. So, beautiful battery system, fuses, the charging system, DC and AC inverter, the 130 litre Bushman's fridge, which is just an absolute bloody beauty. Not much in there at the moment because we've just been traveling around town on it. Nice, tidy, heavy duty rubber, the drawer set, plenty of storage in here. I'm just absolutely stoked with the way the whole thing's come up. Pup's happy to be down the beach, running around. And yeah, take it easy. I hope that was helpful for everyone out there. Cheers. Peace.